All right, guys,
Arthur,
welcome back to another Game Face Monday, and let's just jump right into it. You just showed that video, Richie, and I know that we're a lot more. Shopsmart Autos is a lot more than a lead provider, and this video was great. Uh, what do we got? What do we got going on with this disruptive new technology you got?
so let's identify the solution first. What is Shopsmart solution? It's not just a lead generation company, okay? It's basically all everybody's inventory we have, okay?
Right.
When you fill out a form, you're a customer, you're not our customer yet, okay? What happens? Well, they fill out the form and automation goes out on a text. Thank you for the lead. The dealership will get back to you on an email. We got your information, right? So that's how it starts. And that's just the information. It's an information form, guys. It's not a deal yet.
Right.
Now it's when ShopSmart starts to work. If that's our customer, what we do is we nurture that lead, okay, and send the lead to the dealership, right? Problem is everybody's having the same problem with forms. Before COVID, it wasn't that out like a sore thumb. All these other competitors, all the other automotive search engine like ours are having a problem. You see the stock, value drop drastically. Why? Because it's about the follow-up. So there's very good companies out there. One of a very good company is Simple Social, right? Really good. They're a lead generation company too. What the only difference between what they do and what we do is they have a virtual BDC. They do the appointment stuff, right? So we watch all this data, and there's another company too that does it. They got a team of people that are unbelievable. It's called the Ninjas. They're great. It's a lead generation company too, through Facebook or through different areas, right? Different than what we do.
Right.
What we do is VIN specific, and also the problem is that the phone calls. So what we decided to do is develop a dialer, which is
Okay.
not that hard to figure out. It's a dialer where we reach out to the customer and with a whisper tool to the dealership with up to 100 calls that they can get on their cell phones, right? So if a
Now
dealership has
let me
five,
ask you this real quick, Richie.
so let's say somebody's got 5 cell phones in a dealership, all 5 ring until one picks up, right? And now what ShopSmart is doing is putting you in front of the customer. It's your customer. We're putting you in front of that customer, the match. So what are we doing? We're shoppers putting them in front of dealers. What do we know that dealers are good at? When that opportunity is on their desk or on the phone. That's where BDC shines. When that incoming call comes in, okay? Well, that's what we do. We converted the form into an incoming call versus a form. Now let's chase this form, right? And now the chase. So then it said, then deal says, well, nobody showed up in that. Well, got news for you. We've called people. Our team has called people. You've called people and you hear what's going on. Yeah, they left a message. That was the call. And it's hard because we've tried calling them one customer 6 or 7 times. Finally, when we get a hold of them, they say that, right? So we decided to do something real simple. Let's get the buyer or the shopper in front of the dealership, right? Instantly. And how long does that take, Arthur?
Anywhere between 16 to 20 seconds from the second it comes into the
Right.
CRM.
If you see this technology, it takes 16.1 seconds. You're talking to that prospect right there, that person that filled out the form. So what happens with that process versus you have it in your CRM, it takes you 3 hours or 4 hours. Your conversion is not going to be good. As a matter of fact, you're going to call the person, they're going to forget who you are because they're out shopping
Right.
and everywhere. You don't call, they go to the next one. They go to the next one. They go to the next one. They're going to 4 or 5 places. Just like a dealership back in the day when somebody used to walk into the showroom, they went to 4 or 5 different showrooms, right? Okay. When somebody called a dealership, they called 4 or 5 dealerships, right?
Yep.
When they are searching online, they go to 5 or 4 different platforms, up to 10. Okay. We know of people that tell us, who is it? Because we filled out here. Customers have filled it out at 10 places. Okay. They're shoppers. Shoppers are just that, shoppers. So where is the opportunity? There's only one opportunity that everybody's got to know of. Here's the solution, Mr. Dealer. Your inventory, your customers are looking at your inventory right now. We are a directory. We're an automotive directory for the consumer. As a matter of fact, if you shop Shopsmart Autos, right, on Google and you put video, you see every vehicle on there on a video. Okay. Not just information, not talking to the dealer. All right. As much as we're really a consumer based search engine. All right. That's what we do. Doing the right thing by that consumer. And that's why that technology is about the consumer. It's not so much about the dealer, right?
Right.
All the other search engines are really focusing on the dealership. We're focusing on that consumer, right? There's a big difference. I mean, if you look at Shopsmart Autos right now and hit video, that's what you see. What are the 2 biggest searches on Google? Okay. The web search and the video search.
Yes.
It's not no more the image search like it used
Right.
to be. It used to be very big on images because people were taking images. Now, as far as Google thinks, there's 2 searches that are going on that are tremendous. It's video and web. And when you go to the video, you see all our brands. Okay. Which is very, very important, right? Seeing all your videos of your cars there, that's directly conversion. You shop for a used car right there, and you see that video explaining to that consumer about the car, right? So now that's conversion, okay? And all these platforms that ShopSmart has is very, very important because what happens with ShopSmart is the video platform. Okay.
Right.
It ain't just about the regular, it's about the video platform. That's where our conversion is. Matter of fact, we see customers coming to ShopSmart, shop, and come right back. That's only because they've done their shopping again. And now they're looking for video, maybe. I don't know. But they come back to us. And that's where the conversion does happen on the comeback. Okay. Conversion doesn't really happen anything else. On our Google Analytics, we see the golds, right? Where the golds happen.
Right.
The other thing, Arthur, that's going on in the industry is private seller, right? We have a whole platform on ShopSmart where it says private seller. We have all that information for the dealers, right?
Right. Right.
And the private sellers are very important. So we do a lot for the dealers, but we are really, really a business that's web-based for the consumers, okay? And putting them in front of you. So let's say you have a store, you sign up with us, you're going to get, if you get 50 leads, you're going to get 50 calls.
Right.
It's not like we pick and choose who calls. So that
No.
way you really know this lead's coming from ShopSmart. Everybody has, where's he getting it? Where's this? Where's that? No. Now you can ask the customer, okay? The lead's coming from ShopSmart. Do we want to be fully transparent, fully disclosed? We want to be totally transparent, okay? So the dealership knows, okay?
That's
How'd
it.
you hear about us? Through ShopSmart. Okay? And that's why we've done this. So we take everything out of the whole thing, you know what I mean? Of the equation. All the doubt. Doubt kills more dreams and generates more failure than anything. When you're in doubt,
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Okay. And the doubt becomes is because some people can do certain things, so they're not believers. You know, the old saying is, people see you walk on water and says that's because Arthur can't swim.
Right.
I mean, this has been happening on Earth ever since Earth has been around. Even Christ too. You know, Jesus, he did a lot of stuff. No, but everybody doubted him, right? So the doubt is really kills us. So we want to eliminate and isolate the doubt factor, right? And how are we eliminating the doubt factor? Real simple, by putting that customer in front of that dealer. Now everything's out the window. Now there's no question.
Right.
Okay.
And
Now
that
we can concentrate and stop the nonsense and the insanity, and we can concentrate on selling cars, which that's what we want to do. In today's world, it's been uh, there's information gatherers and there's knowledge selling. When you gather this information on Google, the only thing that you're really doing is getting somebody's content that's trying to market you versus you doing it and continually doing it. Now,
right.
Arthur, you've been with us a while. You've done a really good job. You've been in different areas. You know, one of the biggest things what we do is the data part. So tell me a little bit about what you see this technology doing.
I'm glad you asked that because as we know right now, the world is short staffed, right? And that does include dealerships as well and BDC departments. So being that they're short staffed, they're not going to be able to get back to a lot of the phone calls because of whatever reason they have more leads than they have staff to call back. With this technology, okay, it goes from uh, caller to caller to caller to caller, where you can go from a BDC person to a salesperson to a sales manager. Somebody's going to be there. Excuse me. Somebody's going to be there to pick up that phone call to get that customer in the showroom to sell them a car. That's what I'm seeing. That's where I'm seeing the huge upside of this technology is. It's where the dealers are saying we don't have the staff. That no longer exists.
You know, Arthur, you're absolutely right. And this is what's happening. And let me just tell you, let's identify something. Why is everybody having a hard time with the lead source? And why are these virtual BDCs coming out more and more and more? So the bigger groups and smaller groups, the ones that are being effective, have a virtual BDC. Okay. Why is that? Not because so much that the BDCs in the car business is not working. Okay. It's really because the workforce. Okay. A lot of dealers change pay plans and all that. They've always done that. But what we're seeing today is there's other solutions for people to make a living. There's the remote industry, very big.
All right.
These virtual BDCs are all remotes. There's a remote industry. That's a killer for dealership. Okay. The other problem that you're having is you get an employee really upset. That employee has a solution. He can go to Uber. He can go to Uber Eats. He can go to Lyft. And he can go to DoorDash. Okay. Uber puts you at 7 or 8 hours. You can't work more. Or you go other platforms where you can work and nobody really knows if you're working 12 or 14 hours. Which is dangerous because safety becomes an issue right there.
All right.
Okay. So there's no area where you monitor the people that are working for you, just through each platform. Uh, and that's really what the problem is. Like we have a store, and you know the store. It's out in Orlando. One time 7 to 8 BDC people. There's only 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so if dealers don't go virtual, if they don't go virtual, all right, BDC. If they don't go to an outsourced BDC, it's going to be harder and harder because you got something that is against you, the workforce.
Right.
Okay. So, and a lot of them are remote now, and a lot of major groups are doing remote BDC because the BDC person doesn't have to be there. And these other companies that do this BDC also have the marketing aspect where they go on social media and do it too. So they're generating this social media marketing, organic, and reaching out to the customer. And they also have the virtual BDC. So now it's a combination of one service is providing two services. So all we're doing is putting that dealership in front where he's in control of that lead.
Right.
Okay. And it's your customer, Mr. Dealer. It's not a Shopsmart customer. It's your customer. So why wouldn't you want to communicate with your customer? It's like the old thing, you're generating leads and you don't want, Shopsmart's not going away. Shopsmart will be around for a very long time. Why? Because we're in the data part. The data is what really generates, and we provide data to a lot of places, right? So that's what we do, right? So, your customers are there. Let's all work together and try to get something together. We're generating leads. We're a directory. We already got other people looking at us as a directory because that's what we are, an automotive directory for the consumer.
Absolutely.
To make the shopping much easier for the consumer. We're a consumer-driven company. Okay, we're all about that consumer first. That consumer is what really makes us look at things a little different, right? We're out for the consumer. That's why we had our cable show. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
We'll be starting that back up in Florida. And because it's about the consumer, it's really not, it's about the dealer. Yes, we're providing a quality opportunity for the dealer, but we're really concentrating on that consumer, especially now. I don't know if anybody knows this, but after COVID, the reviews in every industry have dropped. In the automotive industry, it has dropped because we're gouging. Okay. Well, that's going to be over because when that becomes over, we have enough data on SMS on certain leads that they tell them, listen, if you don't buy a car from me, I got 10 people that I can sell it that to, right?
Right.
And the customers are just negotiating very light, not like they used to negotiate, right? They're negotiating very light. When you say that, what you're really telling the customers, we don't really care about you. We care about how much money we can make. And the customer is replying back to you, you're never going to get my business. Now you're killing your retention. So we're seeing now with our VIN-specific data that it's all over the place. The retention, people buy a car in 3 or 4 or 5 months and they're flipping it somewhere else.
Right.
There is, the retention is being destroyed. All right. So, take care of the customer first.
Right.
And everything will take care of itself. Okay. So that's what we do. We take care of the customer first, and then everything will take care of itself, because when you do the right thing by that customer, you're going to get the repeat business. You're going to lower your marketing. You're going to lower your acquisition, right, based on your marketing, and your ROI is only going to get greater, and you're never going to hit diminishing return. But when you keep doing marketing, and you keep catching customers, but you keep doing that, it's been going on for a year and 6 months. You keep doing that, that's going to catch up to you.
Right.
And that's what we're watching, what's really going on.
There it is.
So,
all right, guys. So if any of you dealers out there are interested in finding out more information about this SSACallConnect system, you can email us at info@shopsmartautos.com. Any closing words, Richie?
No, I just want to put the video, since we got a few people on here.
All right, guys.
Arthur, have a great day. Talk to you later. Keep it up. And you look great. Just keep it up, man. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.